Alright guys, so these are the ingredients we're going to be using. Here I have 6 pieces of chicken drumsticks, 2 cups of uncooked long grain rice. I have some salt, 8 ounces of tomato sauce, some black pepper, garlic powder, ground comino, 1 white onion, and 1 green bell pepper. Okay, so what I did here was I grabbed a big pot. I put my chicken drumsticks in here, and I put enough water just to cover it. I'll probably just a little bit more than that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get this to a boil. We need to cook the chicken first. We're going to add some pepper. The only thing, guys, with this dish, arroz con pollo, I do not have exact measurements. This is something I learned along the way. You know, the first time I cooked it, I was like, you know what, it needs a little bit more of this. Or it was like, I need a little bit less of this. So this is something you're going to learn and perfect within time. So there you go. We're going to add some comino. We're going to add all the seasonings to this. And kind of something else to point out, if you've noticed, if you've been watching all my videos, my main spices are salt, pepper, garlic powder, and ground comino. Once in a while, I'll use onion powder. But those are the main spices I use when I share with you guys my Mexican dishes. So we're going to go ahead and give that a stir. And all these recipes I share with you, these are my mom's shortcut, easy versions. I mentioned it in the last video. My mom worked 2 jobs. She was a single mom. She always managed to have a home-cooked meal for us. So I grew up learning her little shortcuts. So we're going to go ahead and get this to a boil. So my chicken is now ready. This is how it looks. You see when it starts to break off like that, that means it's ready. Okay, so I've already turned off the heat. So I'm going to push this over to the side. And I'm going to bring in this pan. So we're going to turn on the heat for this one. We're going to put a little bit of oil. And this is the one we're going to use to actually put the whole meal together. Okay, so we're going to add our rice. We're going to give that a stir. Get it coated in the oil. Okay, you can't tell in the camera, but my rice is already starting to brown, just like if you're making rice. Okay, so then to this, we're going to add some water. Now, you can add the broth of the chicken instead of just regular water. Wait, my mom would use the water from the chicken. So we're going to pour this in here. Okay, we're going to grab our chicken now. My mom used to say, ¿por qué perder el sabor del pollo? Keep it going. I got you, Mom. Now we're going to add the tomato sauce. It's okay. Add it just like that. Now we're going to add the spices. We're going to add some of the garlic powder, comino, and add the salt. We're going to add some pepper. Now we're going to add the onion. This is about half an onion. I didn't use all of it. And then here's the green bell pepper. We add the rest of this little bit of onion. left-handed. Okay, we're gonna add more liquid to this. So let me taste it really quick. Oh my, that's pretty good. But I think to add the rest of the liquid, I'm gonna add a little bit of the broth. Because if I add more water, I'm gonna have to reseason it. So we'll do my mom's way. We'll add some of this. See, just enough to cover. Okay, now let's give it a taste. Yep, I think it's seasoned just right. We're gonna let this get to a boil. It looks brown in the video, but trust me, it's like a really pretty red, like a gold, like, I don't know, it's a really pretty. I think I need to do without that light over there. Let me see. Hey Google, turn the sink light off.
Okay, turning off the sink.
Oh yes, you see it? I think that looks prettier. There we go. Try not to stir it too much because you don't want your rice to get mushy. It should sit just fine there. Okay, so now you're gonna lower it to simmer, make a low simmer, and you're gonna put a lid on it. Okay. We're gonna do this, and we're just gonna let it continue cooking, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. All right, guys. So this is the arroz con pollo. This is how it is starting to look. Do you see it? You got all that good yumminess flavor all right there. So it's already ready. I can tell already just by looking at the rice. You see? It's really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm going to let the steam finish cooking it. I'm just going to put it to the side just like that, and then I'm going to show you the final end results on how it looks when it's completely done. Alright guys, so here's my arroz con pollo. So remember on that part where I put it off to the side after I turned off the heat? I let it sit for about 10 more minutes, and this is how it ended up looking. Ended up soaking up, the rice ended up soaking more of that liquid. Now, I want to point out two other things really quick. And this is something my mom would do. You can add some potato to it. You can dice it up into little cubes, like if you're making potato and egg. For this amount that we made here, you could probably do about 2 small potatoes. And you would add the potatoes at the time that you start cooking your rice. When you add all the liquid to it and the spices, that's when you add your potato. Another thing my mom would add as well is she would add one of these, a can of the mixed vegetables. Sometimes she would add those if she had it on hand, sometimes she wouldn't. But my mom always saw it as the more she added, the more fuller we would get. That's just how my mom was. But this is my go-to version. This is how I always make it. Occasionally, I'll add the potatoes. But this, I don't ever add because the kids won't eat it. They'll pick it out and it'll sit there on the side of the plate. But this is my version of arroz con pollo. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys give it a try. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.